What's happening, film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here, bringing you a film review of Mortal Kombat. Finally, right? It seems like this damn reboot was announced, I don't know how long ago. It just seemed like it was forever ago. But yes, we got Mortal Kombat, finally a new version where it's like, hey, can this actually lead into something absolutely fantastic? Well, let's hope. And this is, of course, brought to us by director Simon McQuoid. And, it's got a pretty good cast. Louis Tan, Jessica McNamee, Josh Lawson, Joe Talslam, a lot of people there. And you guys already know that. We already know the story of Mortal Kombat. We know that there's this great tournament that, if Earth loses one more time to Outworld, because they won 9 in a row, guess what's going to happen? It's a little invasion probably going to happen, and Earth's going to be a little screwed when it comes to Outworld. So, of course, Lord Raiden has to bring the best of the best from Earth to compete in the tournament. And in this version, we have Cole, a totally new character to the Mortal Kombat world, which threw some people off, threw a lot of people off, because everybody's going, who is a Louis Tan playing? I mean, we're all sitting here going, is he playing Johnny Cage? He's playing Johnny Cage. No, he's playing a similar character to Johnny Cage, but not playing Johnny Cage. So he, of course, is a cage fighter out of his prime, kind of burnt out, not really doing so well. And then he gets approached like, hey, you got this birthmark thing. What's going on with that, buddy? And now somebody's trying to kill you. And you have to come with us. You have to come over here, and you're going to be competing in the tournament that is Mortal Kombat. And, of course, we see familiar characters on the way. So what did I think of Mortal Kombat? Sorry, I didn't mean to do it like that. I think now that I don't really edit, I don't have the jump cuts anymore. I just kind of like have to really express myself, because it's frustrating, because I really wanted this movie to be like just amazing and say I love it, but I can't exactly say that, guys. But do I hate it? No. Is it a shit sandwich? No. Okay. Is there good action? Yes. Great fighting? Yes. Is there brutal fatalities? Absolutely. Okay. It's just, you feel the runtime. I mean, ever since they revealed that the runtime was, about an hour and 40 minutes, maybe. I think that's what it is now. I don't even remember, but everybody kind of went, it's condensed down to under 2 hours. A lot of us kind of went, I was kind of going, well, directly to the point, but there's just so much mythology when it comes to the Mortal Kombat lore. I mean, I'm a classic Mortal Kombat guy. I played the original trilogy like crazy. When it came to the later games, didn't really get involved with those. So there was even some characters I didn't recognize that were in this movie that I actually had to look up and be like, oh, okay, well, there's that character. But I do love the fact that they put Cabal in there from Mortal Kombat 3. And I know he's been in the later ones too, but he was like my favorite character in Mortal Kombat 3. I used to play with him a lot. I used to use him a lot. But Sub-Zero is always like, my favorite character when it came to the games throughout. And of course, he's the bad guy in this one. And he doesn't disappoint when it comes to villainy. And because it's mainly Sub-Zero. Yes, Shang Tsung is kind of, he's the main dude. He's the main dude, and he's got his people. And then, of course, you got Raiden with his people. It definitely sets all that up. The opening scene with Sub-Zero and Scorpion, when Scorpion's family gets murdered, it's all great. You saw the first 7 minutes. You actually can watch that right now, and it's absolutely fantastic. The fighting's great. And then, when it comes to when talking about the fighting, yes, a lot of it's great. When you get to see Cole in this cage match, it seems pretty damn brutal, bare bones. There is a lot of editing. There can be a lot of quick editing. A lot of people might go, what the hell? A lot of stupid quick editing. Sadly, yeah, there is a lot of that, especially when it comes to the characters that haven't really been training forever, And so you have that part. And then, like I said, once the story just kicks in, it just boom, boom, get to the next part. And just everything just goes by so quickly. And it's just, you don't really have time to breathe. And there's just so much mythology, like I said, in this world that they have to like brush through it, which sucks. I know the screenwriter said that he hopes he gets a trilogy so then they can really dive into it, because they didn't have enough time in this one, which, yeah, hopefully this one is successful where it gives us that trilogy so then we can go back and flesh it out. But it's just, with this one, it's just a lot of exposition dialogue, and it just goes right through. And then there's I'm not, like I said, no spoilers in this one, but There is an aspect of this movie when it comes to, I guess you could say, someone's power, I guess you could say, that I did not really care for. I didn't really like. And I think it's just because I'm more of like, I'm just like the more classical Mortal Kombat fan. And so they kind of just do this one thing with the aspect when it comes to, I guess you could say, certain powers and stuff. And then, of course, when it comes to the original storyline, it's like, okay, that's been kind of changed too. I think it's more of like maybe the newer type of storyline. And so there's a couple little story aspects to the story where I was kind of like, that's not, man, I really wish Liu Kang was just the star, was just the main of this. He's just kind of more of a side character now. And I'm like, damn it. But, Kung Lao's there too. And Kung Lao was always a fan favorite, always my favorite, one of my favorites too that I'd use. And man, he does definitely shine. And then, when it gets to all the stuff, when it gets really going in the story, it can get a little B-roll-ish at times, sadly. It does get a little B-roll-ish. And then, there's just certain aspects to it when it gets towards the end and gets to the final act where you just kind of go, I don't know about this, man. And it's just kind of a little frustrating because I really wanted to love this movie, but like I said, by no means do I think it's like a piece of shit. I just go, man, there's just so much here, and they just kind of just power right through it, and it's just like, I mean, I guess you could say it's almost like playing a video game because it's like, fight right here, a little bit of story, fight right here, a little bit of story, fight right here, so I guess you could say it moves along pretty well. Like, it's a quick watch. Definitely a quick watch, but I just feel like there's just certain aspects where I just was like, it doesn't really make sense to me, and there's like other little things that pop in there, and it's just like, all right, well, is that done now, or is that character okay? What about that character in links to this other character that we have not seen? Just a lot of things that you start asking, and then but then, and it definitely sets it up for a sequel. And the score is great from, I forgot his name, but he's the one that's doing the Flash movie. It works. I think he called his like techno something. Can't remember exactly, but it all works for the fighting and everything. And like I said, there's just a lot of cool moments. And there's one in particular fatality where I went, holy shit. And if I was in a movie theater, I would have cheered. So there is that. And other good fatalities as well. But there's one in particular where it's just like, that's what I wanted right there. So, there you go, guys. I mean, that's pretty much my review right there. I don't know what else I can really say besides like giving spoilers away on story points that I kind of was like, all right, I guess so. But then there's, the progression of certain characters. You kind of expect how they progress. And you kind of just get it. It's just one little aspect where I was like, man, it's kind of like reminds me of, but what can you do? Anyways, guys, I still suggest watching it, and I still suggest even going to the movie theater and watching it too. Like, I'm not by no means am I saying, just pass this one up, guys. Fuck it. Now, I think like hopefully if this is successful, they can really dive deep into like 2 more movies or 3. I heard, the guy who plays Sub-Zero, Mr. What is he? Joe Taslim. He said he signed on for 4 movies. So there you go. I'm thinking the trilogy and like maybe a Sub-Zero spinoff. I don't know, but I really do hope that there could be more because it's a decent start. It's a decent start, even though, like I said, it's just. I don't know if they keep on going with certain plot points in this one. I might not dig the rest of it. I don't know. But I don't know. It's a decent start, I guess you could say. But yeah, it's just, I think the time constraint, I mean, who knows how much of the movie was cut down because it is Warner Brothers, right? So yeah, it seems like they did cut it down and wonderful. Released a McCoy cut. I don't know. Who knows? Let's start that campaign already. All right, guys. So yeah, like I said, give it a try. See what, don't listen to me. I'm just like, certain things I didn't like, but there's things I did like for sure in this movie. So go ahead and check it out, whether it be HBO Max, whether it be the movie theater, do it and hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm doing this stuff. If you want to join Film Junkie, become a member, join by all means, please. And then, of course, got Patreon if you want to help out the pirate ship. It always does. I'm going to post some early access stuff talking about people that are going to be on the vodka stream. and everything. So do that. And then, of course, merchandise down below in the Film Junkie closet. All right. Test your might. I will say I do like the winks. There's some winks that can happen in this. I mean, you kind of saw it at the end of the first trailer. Kano wins, you know. I mean, that was a wink. That was a wink. There's some winks in here, and it's nice. All right, guys. Talk to you later.